Robin Vos, the Republican Speaker of the Wisconsin State Assembly, told reporters this week that Donald Trump actually reached out to him last week asking if he wouldn't mind going ahead and, overturning Wisconsin's 2020 election results 20 months after that election took place. As of today, it's been 625 days since the 2020 election, and as recently as last week, Donald Trump was still reaching out to people in power like Robin Vos, asking them to overturn those results, even as we have the January 6th committee revealing all of these potential crimes that Trump may have committed in his efforts to overturn the election, and he's literally still doing it. Like, this guy just doesn't give a crap. He's just digging that hole deeper and deeper. And I got to be honest, you kind of got to admire it, right? The guy knows at this point he's got nothing left to lose, so why not just go all in and keep trying to illegally overturn the results of the 2020 election? So what happened in Wisconsin is that in early July, the Wisconsin State Supreme Court did rule that absentee ballot drop boxes were somehow unconstitutional. The ruling is definitely wrong because the state has the authority to determine how they run their elections. If they want to put an absentee ballot drop box in front of literally every single person's house, they can do that because that's what's in the real Constitution, not state Constitution, the big one. So, Wisconsin Supreme Court definitely filled with idiots, much like our United States Supreme Court. That decision, of course, is going to be appealed because, again, it takes a very simple mind. I'll say it that way. That's the nicest way to say it. In order to say that, hey, states, even though you constitutionally have the right to do whatever the hell you want in your elections, we're saying that this particular thing that you decided to do is somehow unconstitutional. It makes no sense at all. Makes absolutely zero sense. But based on that ruling from earlier this month, Trump made the call to Robin Vos and said, hey, Robin, here's what happened. He didn't say it like that, but I like to picture him in my head saying it like that. So how's about, because of the Supreme Court ruling, you go ahead and overturn the results of that election? Now, it's also important to remember that Wisconsin is still apparently carrying out an audit of the 2020 election, even though they got the preliminary report months ago from the former Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice, who said, yeah, I can't find any fraud at all, but I guess I'll keep going. And then Donald Trump threatened Robin Vos and said, maybe I support your primary challenger. So Vos approved to keep the audit going, even though it had basically already finished and said there is no fraud. So it's still going, even though it had finished and there's no fraud and they can't find any fraud. But Vos did it because Trump threatened to endorse his primary opponent, and Trump has still come out and endorsed his primary opponent. A lot of stupidity happening with these Republicans up in Wisconsin, and it's all because they don't know how to please Trump. Like they're confused. They don't know what to do anymore. Do we keep doing what he tells us, even though we know that it's not going to do what he thinks it's going to do? Like, am I allowed to say no when he tries to get me to act unconstitutionally? I don't even know anymore. So Trump comes out after this conversation with Vos, and he goes to Truth Social and says this: looks like Speaker Robin Vos, a longtime professional rhino, always looking to guard his flank, will be doing nothing about the amazing Wisconsin Supreme Court decision. The Democrats would like to sincerely thank Robin and all of his fellow rhinos for letting them get away with murder. Even though the Republican Supreme Court there in Wisconsin issued this ruling, the ruling did not invalidate any of the absentee ballots from the 2020 election. So even using Trump's own logic, it still doesn't apply because they didn't invalidate the ballots. And even if they had, you wouldn't have invalidated enough of the ballots to overturn the state's election results. Like, there's literally no way to slice it, even in Trump's wildest fantasies, to justify him still coming out and begging lawmakers to overturn the results of the election. But I will tell you this, it's probably not going to look good for him when he finally, faces judgment for all of this, assuming he's going to face judgment for all of this. Certainly isn't going to look good that he's literally still trying to overturn the election results 20 months after the election happened. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.